that fault go back to normal again, here's another one. Now, we're talking about the relay back at bus A, the zone 1s, the zone 2s, the zone 3s. So the zone 1 wouldn't even see this. The zone 2 should, the zone 3 should. Now you see, you're farther away now. You got more impedance. This line's got resistance, it's got inductive reactance. The farther out the fault is from the relay location, the lower the fault current's going to be, because you got more impedance you're putting into the mix. So I got the fault at Y. Remember, you started out at 120 here, you started out at 5 here. I'm down to 80. My current's up 3 times. Don't have as much current as you had for the X because you're farther off. Now you figure out what the impedance is. It's 5.3 at an angle of 50. And so I kind of drew a line there. That's a 50-degree angle there. And then the length of that line, what you call the apparent impedance, that's 5.3 units. So you started here and you went there. So your zone 3 timer would have started your zone 2 timer, but the zone 2 will time out before the zone 3. So you got to, now what this assumes is that breaker 3 didn't open for some reason. So zone 1 is providing the backup function. Of breaker 1, zone 2 is providing the backup function. Any question on that? Now, this next one is also kind of real world again. Let's do one way the heck out there. So I got a fault, and we're still talking about the relays really back here at bus A that are controlling breaker 1. That's what we're concentrating on. Now, in this particular one, what the relays at bus A see, well, I did get a drop in voltage. You're not, real low, but you're low. Current is kind of double normal. So you got 9 at 35 degrees. If I were to plot it here, this is 9 units long. It's 35-degree angle. And unfortunately, you missed it. When actual faults happen, sometimes you got what they call lines could be in and out of service, parallel lines, that affects their operation. Sometimes faults have resistance to them. There's arcing and sparking going on. So these impedance relays don't always work exactly as you might assume. If you look into it, you can usually figure out why they did what they did. But in this particular case, for that fault out here, the relays controlling breaker 1 really don't see it. You're outside of their range. Now, don't panic. I still got my zone 1s, my zone 2s, and my zone 3s back here. But the relays back here at bus A, they don't see this. Now, again, important lines, you'll have multiple pilot schemes, you'll have multiple distance schemes. We put all kinds of protection on real important lines. And you try to have them all operate a little different from each other. So if one doesn't see it, hopefully the other sees it. There's many levels of redundancy. But once in a while, you'll hear about a fault where it just didn't work the way we expected. And you end up burning up some conductor or something like that.